I don't know, I stole it from my room. Yeah, because my mom has a horrible taste in pie. No, piece of cat. We could live our like
Yeah, when I wear girls to the bars,
but it's, it's a weekend.
Do you really? Oh, thank you. I really appreciate that so much.
They actually instituted those things. She bought us.
I just like them.
What do you want? I don't know, I stole it from my room. Yeah, because my mom has a horrible taste in pie. No, piece of cat. We could live our like
yeah, when I wear girls to the bars,
but it's, it's a weekend.
Do you really? Oh, thank you. I really appreciate that so much.
I don't know, I stole it from my room. Yeah, because my mom has a horrible taste in pie. No, piece of cat. We could live our like
yeah, when I wear girls to the bars,
but it's, it's a weekend.
I'd like to. I'd like to
question.
begin this. Shut up. Shut up.
Lordo's
Shut up.
just
I don't care.
phoned.
I don't care. I don't care. Okay?
Oh,
I don't
Feresian
care.
is here.
Right.
And Marcy is here.
Oh,
Oh,
we're
finally.
gonna start this off. Just bring him here. We're gonna start this off. Okay. By
I do have the law book.
Shut the fuck up. Oh, it actually worked. Right. Okay.
Please. But you're gone, Marcy. You're gone.
Of course he has a gun.
Let me
Oh
dig.
lord.
Really?
Never mind.
This is
He
terrible.
what?
I think you went away. So first question: why does Slamy have a gun?
Of
No.
course you have a chessboard.
Sorry.
He's a guard representative man. I don't know. Right.
I'm a
Nice
last
skin.
resort man.
Good skin.
Thank you. It's
Okay.
I'm mythical. I've had it for 6 years now.
Okay, we're gonna start this off by saying, if you hear an alarm or any shooting, don't go under your desk. All right, that's a really retarded move. All right, you want to run. You just want to run. Just run. Can you shut the
Use a taser, please.
Right. Okay. Kyievia. Well, we're gonna start off with you. We're gonna start off with.
Lovely.
Okay, no, you. Okay, stopped. Okay, Kyievia.
Yes.
Hold on, let me find my. Stop! Stop! Let me find it. It's here somewhere. Hold on, I need my paper noises.
Proceed.
Okay, I've got my obnoxiously loud paper.
Okay. Marcy will be only discussing through in-game chat due to the fact that he has shit net.
Shit net. Okay. Okay.
Next person to make a fucking you sound, I swear to God.
Okay, Kyievia.
Yes.
The market has no faith in your economy. You're losing faith. You're losing traction, and the GBC's losing support for redeeming the contract that you signed. Because basically, at any given moment, the GBC could say, "All right, okay, well you're not doing enough. You're not holding your end of the deal, so we'll cut off support and we'll stop." So you need to revive the GBC's faith and the market's faith in your economy. Have you got any plans for your economy, and have you done anything recently that could help it?
Well, we have in fact started working with Vladmyria on working with free labor. We send this child to go help on the farm. But we're also starting. We have another business in plan. As well as with thinking to start open we're starting to use our train, our cargo train, much more, and we believe that. And he has a blowtorch. Of course, he has a blowtorch.
Please blow torch here.
Alright.
Blow torches and no blow torches.
That hoe looks gay as fuck on your.
Okay, I'd like to ask the right honourable gentleman for Tannu Tuva to withdraw what he said. That is inappropriate
What about
language.
your gay ass hat?
Okay, you may be removed from today's
Whoa,
sitting. if you do
no,
not
I
withdraw
withdrew
you
what I
said.
said. I withdrew what I said.
Okay. Right. Kyievia, have you got any plans for infrastructure projects or any, anything like that? Oh.
Well, we do have plans to
Can someone tell
eventually.
Can someone tell the Emperor to sit the fuck down? Because all I can
Sit
see
the
is his
fuck back
face.
down before I taser you. Sit in your seat. Hello?
Did I just join on my... I did. Hello.
Monkey, sit back in your seat.
Shit. Bear with me.
time.
Guess who's back? Fuck. I'm back, bitches. I'm back in black. Right, sorry. Okay. Has he sat down now? Okay,
Yes,
so
sir.
Kyievia, I'm sorry, but I didn't hear what you said about the infrastructure projects.
We said we're planning on opening we're planning on making a new road in the near future that will allow us to connect to Tannu Tuva, which will hopefully allow more trade. We already have our train line, but that's for passenger. This road is a more attempt at for our cargo, well, not cargo, our commercial trucks, so we can easily go through
So how will this
and
be
avoid
funded?
going into Fresia and getting attacked by angry protesters.
How will this be funded? What
No,
will
my
this be
money.
funded by?
You want it so you can fund it.
I mean, the GBC have funded over, like, what, 1 billion in infrastructure projects in Kyievia. So there is, I think, we should
This is a
hope
plan
so.
for after we get back on our feet. For the current plan is that we open we utilize the. What is he holding? Okay. We're going to utilize the stores that we recently received, and we are going to start opening many businesses and
Excuse me,
increase
Kevin, can I
our
interrupt
corporate.
you?
Yes.
Remove the oven.
What oven?
Remove the fucking oven, please. Not you. Thank you. Carry on.
What is it?
Who's playing that? Who's playing that? Oh, fuck's sake.
This law
Coca, if he
Well-
places down the oven again, can we remove him from the room, please?
Someone take the boombox away. Fast.
Where is it?
It's behind you on the Foehn Republic.
Oh gosh.
Right. Okay.
May I know what's the link to the live stream?
It's in Hangout. Okay, right. So, Panslavia isn't here because they're retarded. Vladmyria, have you got any plans for the future? GBC and the stock market is starting to lose some faith. Mostly GBC. Market's still kind of good. Have you got any plans for the future for your economy?
I currently have this upgraded cake that I plan to start producing. As well, I am planning on upping all production of all sorts with our new factories. We will now be able to start producing military assets.
Military assets.
Yes, tanks, stuff like that for tough.
Brilliant. Okay. I assume the Foehn Republic isn't gonna do anything.
I returned.
They usually don't really do that much.
Also, I'm planning on upping the budget for other tough countries that may be struggling a bit, e.g., Kyievia. Oh, and maybe some outside help for some other countries, such as Foehn Republic and Panslavia, since they aren't doing all that well.
Okay. Is Fresia just fucking left?
What do you mean?
He's not in the stage. So he can't hear me.
He's on the YouTube live stream.
Is he? Yeah, but that's delayed by like...
An entire minute. Or
Yeah.
like two.
That's
I'll
delayed by
request him.
quite a lot.
Mr. Nikolai. Bruno Lander now.
Sorry?
Excuse me. Bruno Lander.
Right, Nikolai died. And now he has an Italian name.
Bruno Lander. Your Honor, I think he is
Oh yeah, okay,
he's
you rejoined. Right, okay. Okay, Mr. Fresia. Can you hear me? Say yes in game if you can hear me. Well, that's not fucking good, is it?
He has said he can hear you.
Oh no, is it text based?
It is
Yeah.
text based for him, yeah.
Fuck. This is gonna be sloppy.
I'll speak for him.
Okay.
Oh, we can talk now. Bring him up.
You can talk. Okay. That's good. That's good. That's what we like to see. Welcome.
1 2 1 2 3 4. Can you hear me?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Oh. Right. Okay. Let me find it. Right. Have you made a decision on? Well, has your Senate made a decision on?
Yes.
Yeah.
What is the decision you
What
made?
is it?
It's declining the offer.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Excuse me.
Oh no.
In that case,
Just-
they're a friend.
Oh god. Oh, let me whip out the extreme papers for this one. Oh my god.
Alright, honourable gentlemen of the
Can't do
stand.
anything about it.
Honourable gentlemen of the stand, may I come up?
Hold on, just for now. Okay, just for now. I know you may be very irritated by this. Okay, right. Fresia, well, can we ask why you are choosing to decline such a good offer?
I mean, you get entire Oblast as well.
Why- why are you taking
Senate decided that it's unsafe for Feresia to decline the offer for now, and it cannot be done like in current geopolitical situation. If Feresia in future, there might be some sort of denuclearization of the nation, but when the Feresia will feel safe again, because at the moment Feresia just doesn't feel safe enough to get rid of the nukes. That's what the most of the representatives in Senate and high-ranking staff members voted for, and it lost by 25% in the
Yeah, proof of this.
vote. We cannot.
we don't need to see proof.
Feresia cannot be safe.
Yeah, but this is a whole. This is essentially similar
Hold
to a
on,
courtroom.
hold on.
So you must provide the evidence first.
No, there is no evidence that is required.
I'm requesting it. I want to see it.
You can
So
request
I don't
it, but
believe-
he doesn't.
I don't believe
You
you.
can choose to deny it. It's not a
And I
court.
don't like it.
You can choose to decline showing proof. Right.
Your Honour,
You're-
Fresia's
you're
smoking a
saying-
joint.
Hold on. You're saying, Mr. Fresia, you are saying that you don't feel safe with no nuclear forces, but you've only got one nuclear warhead. You could only nuke one country.
Your Honour, can I just quickly go get my dinner real quick?
Fucking go for it.
Okay.
You can only nuke one country, and that's it. You won't be able to fight back. You're
literally North Korea right now.
So how is that? How does that make you feel any safer? With one nuke.
The current Senate is also pushing forward nuclearization of nation in case if we will feel threatened by Tannu Tuva, and generally tough members, we do not exclude the possibility of sizing up our nuclear capabilities by around 30 nukes. I don't know what's the current stats right.
Are you saying you're
Yeah.
sizing up the nuclear forces of Fresia?
Our Senate is currently feeling that in case if it will be threatened by, for example, severe sanctions, then it might size up the nuclear forces of Russia.
You guys are getting sanctions if you don't agree to this. So I think you are. Let me check my notes.
Oh lord.
I mean, it's not up to him. It's up to the people. He didn't even have a vote in this.
Of course he does.
It was voted by Feresian Senate and high-ranking staff members of Feresia in anonymous pool vote.
Yeah, his vote was vetoed.
Sorry?
And as emperor, I got vetoed to not vote on this situation. That's why the pool lost by 25%.
Okay. So I'll have
And
to wait to tell
current-
Tannu Tuva this, because that's it's pretty important. We were planning to go for de-escalation, not
Our Senate got mainly concerned that current tough forces are just sizing up in numbers, which cannot be defended by our conventional military. That's why it's opting for keeping the nuclear status of the power until, and if like TAF decides to stop sizing up the armaments and for example also starts trying to stop the movements of, for example, Tannu Tuvan troops around the Feresian border, we might opt for the future that we could include the both side agreement that we could potentially denuclearize ourselves if we will feel safe enough, but it's not the time and place for now. At least it was decided by our Senate.
So you plan on increasing your nuclear capabilities to? Can we get
There's
exact stats
there's
so we can write this down?
there's a possibility that in case if our Senate will feel treated, I'll call up like for 30 seconds.
Okay.
So if they're not de-weaponizing, we're gonna have to cancel the referendum and postpone any further planned ones until they do. That's what Kyiv Senate did.
Hold on, they're doing something.
Can you hear me again?
Mm-hmm.
The fuck
This
just
is the exact reason why I don't have a Senate.
Yeah, what's up?
Our current Senate just decided not to get rid of the nuclear assets for now until, for example, Tannu Tuvan presence in Kyievia and countries around that will be so low that we will not feel rated, or our conventional military will be able to keep up with current tough numbers.
they're
know
there
that
because of Feresia.
they can well, Kyiv in tough, so they kind of have that obligation to put military assets there.
But our current military experts just do not opt that our conventional military could keep up with current like sizing up the numbers of Tannu Tuvan and generally tough soldiers, because for example from the news stations it was provided that it's sizing up in so fast amount that our military cannot just use nuclear and use non-nuclear forces to defend our nations correctly. That's why we will keep the military. Well, that's why we'll keep the nuclear power for now. And once like TAF will stop militarizing itself, we will just be able to probably in future start denuclearization or sign some pacts with TAF about non-aggression.
Well, the way I look at it is because right, the total military budget, let me grab it, is of TUF in total is around what does that say, 3.2 billion Tannu Tuvan dollars, and Feresia's is nearly 1 billion. So
And Kiev's is
already-
barely existent.
your military budget alone is able to compete with Tannu Tuva's by a few million. So if Tannu Tuva was to come after you, you could have the resources and you have the money to easily combat an invasion. And on top of that, if you took this deal, they would be contractually binded to T.U.F making the decision for them in the case of war. So they would have to go through T.U.F to declare war on you. So they wouldn't, you know.
At the moment, our Senate just decided not to, for our security reasons, and
Your security reasons? You don't have anyone flying in your airspace.
as current representative of the Senate, as Bruno Landa, the representative of Feresia in international affairs, I cannot say why our current staff members decided that it would be better to keep our nuclear status. We are not going to use the power in any kind of offensive way unless we will feel threatened by any some source. Then we do not exclude the possibility of like sizing up our arsenal, but we will not condemn any offensive actions. May I take a break 10 minutes because my family will kill me in like 3 minutes or so.
Yeah.
Let's put a monologue and then ask if we can go.
Yoshida.
Okay. Right. Well,
that's great.
yeah, something else to
Shall
talk
we
about.
talk about my nuclearization?
Yeah, we can. Yeah, let's do that.
Let's do that.
So, essentially, my idea is that since Vladmyria is becoming bigger, it's becoming more powerful, it's building itself up, it's even in the High Committee, I think it's fair that Vladmyria gets nukes to protect itself in the worst case scenario, because we saw what happened with the terrorists. We need more power.
But there's nuclear responsibilities. You see, there's responsibilities that come with nukes. You know, like look at the United Empires over there. They're really professional. You know, they've got lots of responsibility. They've got lots of responsibilities, and they're really responsible people. You know, they're really dead serious as well. You know, you need to be careful. You need to be careful with look at his dumbass face. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Okay. Yeah. No. But you need to be really careful. When it comes to nukes, because you know, in the case of war, some people may say, "Oh, just nuke them now." But you need to think about what comes after that, you know, and you think
of the children.
You need to think, you know, civilians, cost it will have on the global economy, and cost it will have for you, because you know, they'll retaliate most likely if you nuke them. I mean, you know, that's to be expected unless you're Japan. But there's, you know, you have to be really, really careful. But would you be careful? Would you do that?
Use nukes as a last stand, use only type weapon.
Well, that's not good.
Is it not?
No. T.U.F generally has a no strike policy, so no strike fast policy. You must be struck fast, no matter if it's a last stand. You must be struck fast.
Yeah, as in last stand, as in all other countries have been eliminated. I'm being under attack, and then I have like this super weapon to prevent people from attacking me in the first place. It's like it's a protection of sorts.
So, but you'd still use nukes without getting struck fast?
No,
I believe what he's saying is he'll only use nukes if the enemy's at his doorstep, and all else is gone.
But that's still not being struck fast by a nuke. That's
he means by a nuke.
You need to be struck fast by a nuke to strike back with a nuke.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Okay. Well, I need to wait for Tannu Tuva to come back because they're important nuclear people, and it's handy that we're WE here because they can vote on that. So,
Do you have anything else to talk about? Like anything that maybe
hold on, bear with me. I got something here. Possibly. It's not guaranteed. No. Okay, I've got news for you.
Hello?
Oh, no, he's back. Right.
Welcome back.
Would you like a quick rundown of everything that's happened?
Yes, please.
So basically, Tannu Tuva is fucking Tannu. Fresia is increasing their nuclear arsenal from 1 to around 36. They're also increasing their nuclear capabilities. On top of that, Vladmyria wants to become a nuclear superpower. So I don't know what you want to say on that. And Fresia declined the offer.
Right. I will take Feresia's decline and them wanting to increase their nuclear arsenal as a hostile type thing, I guess. I'll mention that to Hunter. I'll take that as a bit of a hostile type thing.
I somewhat agree.
Vladmyria, we haven't got much of a say on that. To be fair, they are very underpowered at the moment. So I guess I don't agree with them becoming a nuclear superpower, but I do agree with them having a few nukes. Because them becoming a nuclear superpower, one power drip from chlorophyte, will become a massive issue. And that happens a lot. So I disagree with him becoming a nuclear superpower, but I will accept him having a few nukes, though.
You could argue that because Vladmyria in the past has a tendency to just switch sides.
It does, it has a very impulsive past. It's been on sides with Feresia, who have been a nuclear superpower before, which have also had their nukes stripped at some times. And that's why Vladmyria became into a decline as well, because they joined Feresia and Feresia lost.
Shocker.
Well, that was a very valid argument there. Vladmyria, do you have any response? Do you have any comeback to
that? By nuclear superpower, we mean have permission to use nukes. So I'm very happy with this response.
So I decline. Yeah, I'll talk to Hunter about you being able to use nukes and owning a few, but I will not allow you to become a nuclear superpower due to your impulsive tendencies in the past.
We theoretically we could sign a deal with you that if you have one of your bipolar changes, we can go in there and seize your nuke and bring it back, which I'm sure will not cause any diplomatic issues.
None at all.
How about that?
Do you agree with that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can we look at Toast and his room? He's building a farm in there.
What?
Toast is building a fucking farm.
Excuse me.
Is he actually?
Yes. Open the door.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I want to have a room.
Wait. Does Kyievia get a room?
Where is it? Where's?
It's next to the Cloris room.
It's the second room.
Oh, I was expecting a fucking huge farm, not a...
Well, it's gonna be my side of farm.
This is my correspondent news reporter, Mr. Cow. He's speaking for Tannu Tuva as well.
Alright, let me put the camera back. I'm facing the wrong way. Fuck's sake. I've only just realised that. Oh.
I had dumplings for dinner and they were fucking banging. Full.
Can Kyievia have that small room over there?
No.
Alright. What else? Right, okay, what about anyone wanna request something from the GBC or T.U.F? Anyone wanna
can I know the market price of tanks and other military equipment?
Okay. What is that, for production or for buying?
For selling.
For selling? Well, that's up to you.
Well, I wanna have a little word on that again, because Vladmyria has been known to again fund opposite sides of TUF, despite being in a TUF. Wait, they are in TUF, correct?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah, no, you
right,
just reminded me about something as well.
Right,
Oh,
despite being a tough country, you've been known to fund opposite sides with military gear.
But I just funded Kyievia.
Yeah, you funded Kyievia now, but your past says different as well.
I'd also like to speak to
I'm
Vladmyria.
informing that I'm back.
Shit. I'd also like to speak to Vladmyria about
Yes.
their company called Hellfire. I think it's Hellfire. Yeah. One of the leading companies that makes up like at least I'd say 40% of your economy. Must be way up in like 70%. They are called, well, they still haven't been sued yet, but they need to be sued soon because they are the reasons Vladmyria was still going and still kicking in that war and still producing things.
Well, I mean, they were
And
threatened by
so-
Vladmyria.
Vipera is also one of the reasons why I hear that Kiev is also, well, in shambles.
Honorable Speaker, may I please come up to the stand about this?
Stand? No, you just
You
speak
don't have
there
to stand.
because the
Oh, I'm gonna
camera's...
come up.
Just
okay,
put it
I
in the
can't...
oven.
The camera can't fucking...
God fucking... No.
Right, so...
Yeah.
I am speaking on behalf of my deceased predecessor, Jacob Rothschild. Now, Jacob Rothschild sadly lost his Kyievia state for a while due to the supplying of Hellfire to the Viperians. Hellfire kept this place running consistently with weapons, vehicles, all sorts. And that's why Jacob Rothschild was unable to enter his own property, which had valuable items in it, which the Viperians had actually seized. Now, that is... He had quite a lot of valuable things in there, you know. He had books worth quite a few thousand. He had... Also, his armory was up in the attic. He had an armory stocking up for a war, ready to fight.
And Frank the
And he
General.
had, believe it or not, he had links to different mafias and different organizations that he was working under as well, which was helping TUF. And Hellfire actually helped seize these things, which then Hellfire themselves sold to the Viperians as well. So,
My
to add to
fucking
this court
eyes,
case...
Stay still.
So, to add to this court case, I would also like to add the things that have been stolen from Jacob Rothschild, the deceased predecessor of myself. Thank you.
Brilliant.
Wasn't Hellfire threatened by Vipyria?
Everyone was threatened by Vipera, I think.
Everyone was, and I feel like your place...
Even Kiev was, and usually no one cares about us.
You are a
Threatened by them.
tough member state, and I feel like even if you are threatened, you got to remember you were already at war with them, so it wouldn't have mattered anyways. And
No,
they have,
I mean,
and at the
I'm the owner
time,
of Hellfire. That was Lordo. Lordo
Yeah.
was threatened.
Lordo was
Vipera
threatened.
told
Yeah,
us,
and
Vipera told
they're
us
under,
that,
yeah, what?
Yeah.
They're under your responsibility.
Are they?
Yes, their country is registered in Vladmyria. You lose them, you lose half your economy. So
Really?
they are
Oh, that
under
looks
your responsibility.
I thought they got all of their money from weed and Bitcoin.
Of course they did. But they still pay all of your taxes. You make millions off of them because they pay so much taxes. So you lose
so
them,
how-
you lose lots of your economy. So you'd probably have to try and represent them in court when it comes to, defending them, because they did kind of commit a lot of weird things that saved Vipyria from collapsing, basically.
You could technically call that a bit of a oppression against TUF there.
Treason.
That's very fucking bad. I will have to talk to Loro about that. That's I cannot underestimate the badness of that.
Put it this way: the Viperians had no one to trade with because they were sanctioned. They were under GBC sanctions, so they couldn't trade with anyone. They were dying. Their economy was suffering, and Lordo took it upon himself to engage in trade with them, which violated GBC's rights. We've already sued like at least 7 companies now. HSBC won their lawsuit. We've already sued at least 7 companies now that violated the GBC sanctions, but we haven't sued Hellfire yet because it's probably going to be the biggest one. Vipyria was on the brink of collapse, and they were saved by a Vladmyrian company at the last minute. It's like what was that one Germany called? German company called? They made like fashion and shit, and they made like uniforms for the German uniforms. Yes,
Hellfire,
that one.
Didn't Hellfire go
No. No.
To be like exact, the Hugo Boss was manufacturing, not designing it.
Well, there you go. So they were funding the Vladmyria, the Viperians. Technically, they were funding them, which falls under treason. So they could be seriously prosecuted for that.
Marzi, if you place that fucking beach table, I swear I'll get you removed out of here. You've been placing a fucking oven next to us for about half an hour.
Okay, don't, okay. I will just...
Right, Feresian, I'd like to move on to you, and I'd like to request the specifics of your nuclear expansion and how much you plan to expand. Like, what's the numbers?
I need to return to the Hellfire thing. According to Lordo, they didn't actually give them anything.
That's a lie, because I actually saw the tanks and the armory myself when I moved into raid alongside the other people that were joining the raid, and I could say that was 100% funded by Hellfire.
There was proof given in a ticket. In this case, in body cam, that they engaged in trade.
Here you go. Here's the logs of the trading.
Stuff.
With who?
With Vipyria.
Yes, indeed.
I can't believe Unturned heats up my computer more than any other game. So weird.
Are you ready to move on now, Vladmyria?
Wait, I'm really fucking confused right now. I swear.
No, yeah, that's normal.
Welcome to
Fuck
T.U.F.
is Lordo on about?
Is he desperately trying to save his company? It won't get completely, cut off, and it won't be.
It won't go bankrupt, but it will be taking a large loss from it.
They will most likely. I know they aren't public, so that will probably save half their troubles. But Vladmyria's stock market will probably plummet quite a bit, considering they make up like most of the economy.
Well, according to them, they didn't actually give them anything, and they got everything else from either
evidence of it.
or from stealing from Kyievia.
What?
Oh! So from stealing from Kyievia. There you go. You've just dug yourself a deeper hole.
Oh my god. It also reminds me, I want her who's... Okay, yeah, fair enough.
How is the terrorist stealing from Kyievia? How is the terrorist stealing Kievan tanks something that I've done?
That's where the tanks won.
He's running the infantry.
Terrorists. Okay. I assume you mean by that Vipyria.
Yeah,
right?
the old Viperians.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, if we're by that logic, then we shouldn't have any debt because the old Kievans caused the debt.
No.
We're saying that Hellfire shouldn't be sued due to the fact that apparently they didn't actually produce anything for them. Which I'm
Hang on,
pretty sure...
but you just said that Lordo was stealing from Kyievia himself.
No, I said that...
No, that was the terrorist.
That the terrorists stole from Kyievia all of the tanks, which is very logical because do you remember how they kept their tanks?
And second of all, there is still the massive amount of guns that I'm pretty sure you still can't find around the map that were manufactured by Hellfire himself.
I'm not aware. I'm not
as
aware
far
of
as I know.
them producing anything, but I'm aware of them selling something because I dealt with a ticket and I was watching. So, I mean, I don't know, but I
know
was
that
watching.
I know that Hellfire it didn't sell any vehicle, at least, because all vehicles
Well,
were
it doesn't
funded
matter.
into. Yeah.
They kept the Viperians afloat through one sale, which was against GBC's sanctions.
Well, fucking. Can we find the selling the logs where it was sold or something?
It won't be in logs. I don't
Yeah,
save
the
tickets.
ticket won't show up, I'm afraid, because the ticket's been closed.
Discord at the moment.
I can only save it if I feel it's really important.
I mean, I just kinda.
No, I don't save trades because they happen like every
Marzi, get
5
back
fucking
into
minutes.
Okay, yeah, fair, true.
Marzi.
I was just giving him.
Right, Fresia.
Marzi, one more disruption again.
Moving
I'm
on.
pretty sure you will be.
Fresia. Okay. What was I gonna say? Oh
I
yeah.
also
we need exact numbers.
Rating. I'm dehydrating.
Okay. We need exact numbers of your nuclear expansion because we need to write this down. Depending on how big it is, I'm sure T.U.F will have to take some countermeasures, including increasing their nuclear arsenal.
And presence in Kyiv.
And I know for a fact Tannu Tuva will move their own nuclear warheads into Kyievia for the first time. Well, for the second time.
Yeah, I was about to say, didn't that happen once?
So, Fresia, give us your stats.
Our nuclear. Can I get killed first because I'm dehydrating?
Someone do slash heal.
I'll do it.
Slash heal Mars or Mick.
Thank you. That our expansion of nuclear arsenal is really dependent on the response of the T.U.F upon not giving our nuclear warheads, because if T.U.F will just accept it without any consequences which will hurt Foesia, then our nuclear arsenal will not grow as fast as it would in case if, for example, missiles would be placed within Kyievia and sections would be put upon Foesia, and so it's all dependent on the T.U.F response. It's all dependent on T.U.F response, and in worst case scenario, we are talking around 30 nuclear warheads, 40
30?
launchers, and around 4 silos.
4 silos. Oh. Okay.
Yes.
So how much warheads was that?
37 to be exact.
37.
In worst case scenario.
I got that.
In worst case scenario. In case if T.U.F would like to start oppressing Foesia.
I'm gonna tell you now, as the former T.U.F chairman, at least 3 times, 3 times over, and as the current standing Pacifidian Prime Minister, I'm gonna tell you now, you're probably gonna see you're probably gonna see some retaliation.
You're gonna see a rise in tension between different countries.
There is going to be nuclear warheads placed in Foesia, without a doubt, and there's probably gonna be sanctions as well. So you will probably see that.
Earlier, after I said Uriel, oh my gosh, I'm so. As I said, Foesia, at least me myself as representative of Emperor won't give any allowance of expanding nuclear warheads unless the sanctions or any sort of oppressing Foesia would be placed, and then the...
Sorry, can I just interrupt you real quick? Can the autistic retard please sit down? Okay. Yeah, continue.
Feresian palace of emperor, so the His Majesty Mikołaj Slovinsky, won't give a green light to any expansion unless Feresia will get some sort of oppressed by T.U.F. So, for example, putting military on our borders or imposing a sanction on us will automatically allow the what's the commission name? Ferratum or Feresian nuclear
Just object
agency.
I'll tell you now that there are already military assets on your border. There's already sea whizzes and stuff.
Can I just object to that real quick? You say you'll only do it if tension rises, but you're still doing it either way, because you're going to cause more tension by doing that. You are going to cause more tension between countries, and there will be military vehicles and stuff like that put on your borders to make sure you don't use these nuclear arsenals against a country.
But we will not grow it unless we will get any sort of oppress. So if the Tannu Tuva, we will keep the one nuclear warhead. If Tannu Tuva decides to send, for example, nuclear warheads to Kyievia, then our Feresian
You just said that you're going to be doing it. You just said that you are going to be doing it, not that you're going to do it if. You just said that now, but earlier you just said you are going to be doing it.
I've said in worst case scenario. If
in a war case scenario, yes, but we have already discussed this last time that there will be troops in Kyievia, including vehicles, to make sure that you don't do anything stupid with the nuclear arsenal that you already own, despite being under sanctions as well.
We do not have problems with some sort of military troops in Kyievia. We do have problem in case if the troops in Kyievia are directly
you are still priming your vehicles ready. Anyway, you are growing your army either way. Whether it's a nuke or not, you are still growing it and still putting troops into Kyievia either way. That's why we're still going to put a vehicle into Kyievia for our own safety.
As long as this happens, no referendums will be held.
We do not have
you declined our offer, right? We have taken that as a sign of a bit of hostility, even though we've been pretty lenient on it. We've been nicer than we have before.
We cannot. Why? Because our only sense of security for now, when there's a crisis, which can end up
There's no crisis currently going on.
There's no crisis. There is at the moment. There is at the moment. We have the Kyiv missile crisis.
To arm his nuclear arsenal up.
In case if tensions, because the tensions over time will probably.
But you are creating the tensions by doing it. You are digging yourself a deeper hole by doing this.
Okay, I will tell you now.
Yeah.
I will tell you now. I know of one nuclear member state, not sure about the UE, and Pacifida has a policy of not commenting on its nuclear forces and special forces, so that probably won't get announced. That's probably going to be classified. Tannu Tuva, most definitely, and I can confidently say this, they will most definitely put nuclear forces on your border. That's without a doubt.
Then as the representative of Emperor can say clearly that if that would happen, the Feresian nuclear arsenal will have a green light to grow however it would like to. Because
however, you're already creating a hostile environment to do this. You are basically giving us something to do it for. Because you've just currently made essentially a threat. You say that if we put troops or a vehicle into Kyievia, you are going to arm your nuclear arsenal and grow it. Am I correct? That's a sign of hostility against Tannu Tuva.
And Kyievia.
I've said that in case if the because
And we've already said this. You said in case of a hostile thing, but you're creating hostility yourself. You are creating more and more tension by doing this. If you would just let us put a vehicle into Kyievia on the border to make sure that you don't pull anything, because we know you have impulsive tendencies in the past to just randomly arm your nukes or grow your nukes, despite being under sanctions and an agreement before. You've broken these things in the past, and you have done it before.
Are we ready to move on?
We are ready to move on.
The first like aggressive move in this situation were made by Tannu Tuva by threatening us and like doing so.
No, the first hostile thing you did in this situation was putting troops into Kyievia and arming it. We retaliated to that. We are not going to stand down from that unless you stand down your own troops and you promise to not arm your nuclear arsenal or grow it at the current moment. If you just allow us,
airspace.
If you allow us,
we can promise that we will not size up our nuclear arsenal in case if Tannu Tuva will not sanction us or else put the offensive. Okay, we will use the term offensive equipment on the border, which is specially designed to counterattack any forces. We will allow the defensive.
You're saying against enemy forces, like we're going to pull the first move. But that's the thing. We can confidently say this, that Feresian will pull the first move. They have done so in the past, and I'm confident when I say I assume they'll do it again. We are putting this for Kyivia's safety and our own safety, because we know you're going to pull something, and if you put these offensive vehicles onto your border, that's just another sign of hostility from you again. And I'm here to say that I'm pretty sure they're trying to say that they're a nice, peaceful country now. They've changed. They've done this. They've done that. Putting up a few signs around your country isn't a sign of change, I'm afraid. Right? You've chosen to put offensive things onto the border again.
What the fuck?
Right? You've chosen to put offensive vehicles onto the border against us. However, we're doing it as a sign of defense for Kyievia, not for ourselves at this current moment, because we know that if you put an arm. Why is the alarm shit?
Go. Run.
Go. Right, move,
Run.
everyone out. Everyone out.
Whoa, shit.
Go, get out.
Get out.
Alarm's going off.
What's happening?
Bomb threat, let's go. Everyone move.
Where the fuck is my gun?
Open the fucking door.
Quick down. Quick, we need to open the door here.
I'm coming. Oh, shit. Go. What the fuck was that?
Also, Mikolai, why do you have a pistol on you? You're not a guard.
Solve the fun.
Yeah, we asked you to not.
I'm pulling out. That's it. I'm pulling out.
Mikolai, I'm going to have to ask you to put the weapon down.